Hello and thanks for checking out TheChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on Twitter GPRO X CHK, Twitter bear reaction to earnings, all out dump. Key support that must hold for these bulls is 1627. Currently holding with the low of today at 1650, but not a very convincing buying of the dip off of that level. So I do believe that we are going to keep testing some of these supports, and we could break them and completely take away the momentum that the bulls have here. This is why it's a must hold. Look at this weekly time frame. That's our higher low, and we got that higher low and higher high, and we are at risk of completely taking the momentum out of the sails of the bulls. And that level of 1627 is a must hold for that reason. So tomorrow's going to be very telling. The bulls must hold 1627 or we are in for some further downside. The daily chart isn't even oversold after this dump because we were coming from an overbought RSI. So big time setback for the bears, or the bulls I should say, big time score for the bears, and we will be watching if this support holds or not. If it does, it's a potential bullish entry with this level as your stop loss, 1627. If that breaks, you're out of the trade, and nice low risk because we're right down near that level. But as of right now, I want to see how tomorrow trades before getting a sense of direction here in the short term, looking into next week. So not confident right now, not enough of bulls buying the dip off of that support, and not a break of that support to look bearish. So just patiently waiting to see how tomorrow's trading goes. GPRO, this 50-day moving average resistance is just unreal. It's so easy to make a bearish entry off this level and look for some gains. So from here, a big setback in terms of the bulls' ability to try and get over that weekly middle Bollinger Band and this resistance. Support is now down at 792 and 788. The weekly time frame, another upper wick is forming. The bears have momentum. The bulls did buy a bit of that dip, so they could test that resistance of 820 again tomorrow. But as of right now, another rejection the past 2 days, and it's just following the same pattern. This is a 2-month-long pattern, and until it breaks, bear is the direction to be looking. X on the daily time frame following through. As soon as we broke the low of yesterday today, that was a bearish indication, 25.68, and then the gap filled at 25.09, and we closed near the low of the day. So from here, there's another gap down at 23.89 to be watching, but the bulls will be looking to form a higher low on the daily time frame compared to 23.18. That does look likely because we have a lot of wiggle room here, so we can be scouting a bullish entry in X once we get signals that the bears are tired to the downside. So we'll be looking for a bullish reversal candlestick on the daily. We'll be looking for bullish reversal signals on the hourly time frame. Keep an eye out for a bullish entry on X. We have pulled back now from the high of yesterday, 27.44, and here we are at 25. That's almost an 8% pullback in 2 days. So a nice bull entry opportunity is approaching, but not ready just yet. Perhaps we'll get that signal tomorrow. Weekly time frame is rejecting from moving average resistances, and if the bulls can see any green tomorrow, we will keep, or I should say we will close above the middle Bollinger Band, turning that into support, but this 50-week resistance is going to be resistance heading into next week. So bullish reversal candlestick on watch for X for a bull entry. CHK, bull signal today. Close at the high of the day, highest bull volume that we've seen, highest volume that we've seen in 6+ weeks. And a break of the lower high pattern by getting over 502. Next resistance is 514 to make it a clear bull break, but I like the weekly setup here. Closing over exponential resistance, if we can do that tomorrow, it would be the first time in a couple of months. You can see the bullish MACD cross is ready and waiting to go. The bullish TCG cross of these exponential moving averages is ready and waiting to go. And after 514 is the weekly middle Bollinger Band of 526. So bulls in the energy sector are seeing some upside now, while looking at potentially sector rotation going on and watching to see if CHK is going to benefit, but certainly benefiting with momentum here at the end of the day and looking to see if we can get some follow through into next week. So if I were signaling that entry in that trade at 502, personally I would be looking for an exit if we were to lose this 50-day moving average, which is in the 497 range. Closing back below that level would be a setback, and that would also be a pretty tight stop in terms of keeping management on risk. If you wanted to give more wiggle room, it would be this low of 465 that would get you out of the trade. So it all depends on the time frame of your trade as well as your risk tolerance, but those are some key levels that I would be looking at. So that's what we've got heading into tomorrow. GoPro still weak. Twitter, key support to be watching. X, bulls looking for a bottom to be found on this pullback from profit taking on earnings. And CHK, bulls with some nice momentum. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you over the weekend.